I'm just sipping my morning tea and Bitcoin is flying to the upside here, breaking out from a critical consolidation pattern. What does this mean for the Bitcoin price? How much higher can we go? One thing is for sure, you should never count against Bitcoin. This is why I've continually said that I'm in the market. All those people trying to time it and wait for the perfect moment. I gave the warning months and months ago saying, guys, wait for the moment and get into the market. Stop trying to time this. It doesn't matter whether you got in at 22 or 23. Really, did it make a difference? No, you're just happy you got in now that Bitcoin is doing what it's known for doing. Of course, during a bear market, it's designed to make you forget about the pumpability that Bitcoin can have. Now, look at this. There is just no area for cooling off here on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, let's remind ourselves of what's going on here. Started about here, right? 28,000. Decided, you know what? Forget this. Broke through the 28,000 level, went straight through 30 without a consolidation, went straight through 32.6 without a consolidation, and then said, okay, we need to chill out. So when it hit here, 35K from 28, at that point, it decided to chill out, but not in a normal way, right? A normal chill out is to go, okay, we need to consolidate down to 32, maybe even come down to 30, like I said. But no, it doesn't want to cool off here. No, it's just doing what Bitcoin does best, which is consolidate whilst the price is increasing. So yes, not only did it manage to consolidate, it did it in an upward rising channel. Now, one thing I did say was watch for the divergence, right? This was moving to the upside, RSI moving to the downside, classic divergence, which I'm still worried about, but I've got to show you why Bitcoin's managed to just avert it. Because look at this. Look at what Bitcoin's managed to do here. So if you look at the price action, it was moving to the upside. RSI moved to the downside. But then it broke out from its RSI. It broke out from its RSI, it retested the trend line, and then it broke past this peak. So it's invalidated this divergence now. It's almost saying, you know what? Forget the rules. We're going to do what we want. And so if I bring this out, now you see that we're breaking out from this very important channel. And what would the measured move be of a move like this? Well, there's a few different ones you can take. I'm going to take a slightly conservative one. I'm just going to take it from here, guys. I'm going to assume that the move started at 30 and came all the way up here to the top of the channel. Of course, you could argue that this move started all the way down here at 28.1, so you could take that full extended move. I'm going to be conservative because there's no harm in being conservative here. Let's apply this to the point of breakout, and you can see that this extended move, I know it's insane, guys, can move you up to 41.1, and yet there's still so many people sitting on the sidelines, twiddling their thumbs, going, it's okay, guys, it's going to definitely come back to 12K, and that's where I'm going to get in. Perma bears never win and perma bulls never win, guys. One thing you learn about this crypto market is you need to ignore those who are being sensationalists. Those that are just leaning to one side or the other. They're doing it just for attention. Right? Crypto market is not like that. The crypto market can be ambiguous. It's difficult to time. It's difficult to get into. There's a lot of nuance. Anybody whose whole content or information that they share with you is always super bullish or always super bearish, they're the ones that are trying to mislead you, okay? Because it's not helpful to be either right now. Even in this moment right now, it is not helpful to be saying, oh, it's okay, guys, Bitcoin to 100,000. It's not helpful. And so that's why I tried to provide you realistic targets like the one from this TA, data-led targets, not just me making up numbers, okay? So you can see that one there straight away. That brings you up to there. Of course, there's various different resistances, right? Look at Bitcoin here. It just broke through the horizontal resistance at 36.1, just straight through it again, just like it did previously to the previous resistance. Next up, you got 38.4, you got 39.1, and then you've got 40,000, which is going to be a tough one. Hold up, guys. If you're looking to actively trade and you're not in our free Telegram group, Ijaz.uk/TG, make sure you're in there. I share free trade alerts plus TA setups of exactly how I trade altcoins and profit successfully. Also, there is a VIP group where you get regular VIP trade alerts with the exact trades I'm taking. So definitely check that out. Ijaz.uk/TG. I'll see you on the inside. But why is it that we should be surprised right now? If you guys have been following my content for a while, you will know exactly what I've been saying for a while now. What did I say, guys? We can go play the clips back as well. I said we fell so quickly from this candlestick here. I kept pointing to this candlestick of March 2022. This is a weekly candlestick. We were sitting on this candlestick at 44,000, okay, or as high as 48,000 on that weekly candlestick. And from that 48,000 candlestick, we collapsed very, very quickly all the way to our demise here, to the downside of that 17,000 level on this candlestick here. But what do you notice? There was very little support all the way down here. Where was the only cluster of support? here, there was only a little bit of support where the bears got a little bit exhausted here. We had one positive candle here. That's where we had a bit of support. And look where that tied into, guys. If we move across, move my cursor across, boom, that's where we got rejected there. Boom, that's where we got rejected here. And boom, finally, when we broke through that level, things really started to accelerate. So from a TA perspective, you can see this is playing out exactly as we've been talking about. The gap to fill is all the way up to 48 here. There was very little resistance here. We dropped like a stone down here, okay? So expect this to move quickly, and that's exactly what I continue to say in my content, and it's happening. This consolidation here, this, traffic, like as I kept referring to here, was simply because of this level of support here. There's a little bit of support here, and that's why we had to break through that resistance at these points, that 32 level, which we're struggling at. Now that we've managed to get through that, expect more crazy momentum here to the upside, okay? Expect more crazy moves here, pumping us up towards the gap to get filled, really at 48. Now, when you bring out the EMA ribbon, you can see here straight away from a weekly chart perspective, we are already extended away from the EMA ribbon, right? Nice big move here to the upside. There's a big gap between us and the start of the EMA ribbon, which is about that 29.5. So if you are looking for a pullback, if things do start to deteriorate, that's where the natural support is on the weekly chart, is down to that 29.6. A nice move down here to the 29.6, and there's still no issue for Bitcoin. It's still an upwards trend, which is crazy because basically what we've managed to do is bank in a lot of goodwill here on Bitcoin. In other words, if things really did kind of hit a brick wall over the next kind of 36, 72 hours, it doesn't matter. We can still come down here comfortably to 29.6 and still be in a nice upward trend. So that's always good to know. And then if we change that over to the daily chart, I want to show you the similar chart here. Look at this. This move has been insane. At no point here has it even come close. I mean, I could just draw in this gap here. There's no, look at this room here in between us and the EMA ribbon. So much space here between the Bitcoin price action and the EMA ribbon, and that shows the bullish intent in this market. Now, of course, I agree with you guys, and I've been saying it as well. This cannot continue forever, but it can continue up towards the levels I've just shared with you. It can, because Bitcoin has proven itself time and time again that when the market participants think it's so obvious that there's going to be a pullback, that's exactly when it won't pull back. And when everybody expects it to pump, that's exactly when it would not pump. So make sure you constantly check out the fear and greed index. That's sitting at 69. And again, when this refreshes tomorrow, it'll be even higher. This market is greedy right now. The tourists are in the market. People who had no interest in Bitcoin just 3 months ago, just 2 months ago, are now messaging, asking which altcoins to get in. And that's a good thing. We want more and more people to come into crypto. But you have to remember, when more and more people come into crypto, a vast majority of those will be very, very reckless. They won't know about DCAing. They won't know about adding to their positions. They won't know about EMA ribbon and TA and all the great things you guys have learned. So guys, now's the time. If you want to learn about TA, ijaz.uk/TA, take advantage of my 10 years of experience plus in traditional markets, studying TA and putting it in a structured curriculum for you. Also, make sure you're in our Telegram group. We're taking crazy trades in our Telegram group with insane profits. And now's the moment to capitalize while the market is hot. ijaz.uk/TG for that. So when we sit here on the Bitcoin price, we have to be very, very careful that we do not get caught in the trap of chasing green candles. And this is why I've continued to remind you guys. I said, guys, the bear market is hard because it's painful because the market is slow. But it's actually easy from an investment point of view. You know what your game plan is. You want to add. You want to wait for those horrible red days when everybody's panicking and you want to add. But I always said to you guys, you're going to hate the bull market. And people are like, what? Why would I hate the bull market? Well, you're going to hate the bull market because there's kind of nothing to do. It's very FOMO-ish, and you're going to feel this a lot. This is just the early innings of it. But what happens is the bull market is designed to get you to want to buy, right? It feels horrible right now. Bitcoin's up 3% here today. And you're like, I just don't feel like I've got enough in my portfolio. And just when you go and pull that buy trigger to go and dump a big lump sum back into Bitcoin, guess what happens? It'll start tanking again. And you're like, why did I do that? I knew it was going to pull back. I just got caught up in the FOMO. And so you've got to be able to manage your psychology throughout this process. You've got to be happy with what you've got in the market. If you're not happy with what you got in the market, you've got to strategically DCA that amount in. You cannot throw lump sums in the market right now, guys. If I was personally doing this for myself and I wanted desperately to go and add another $100,000 into the market right now, I would split it into chunks of at least 10 chunks of $10,000 and I'll be looking to DCA. And if that meant I'd have to take a small DCA when the market is pumping, okay. But ideally, for my own psychology purposes, I'd want to wait for at least a red day. Wait for one of those red days when the market's feeling a little bit cooling off, even if it's this red day here, which isn't a big pullback, but at least it's a red day and you're buying here on kind of the fear instead. at least I'll be happier with myself that I bought on those red days. And I drop a 10K at a time on those red days. And of course, you can use that for any numbers you're working with. If you're trying to DCA $10,000 into the market, split it into chunks of $1,000. Stop dropping these lump sums in the market on 3% days like this. It just doesn't make sense. It's you allowing the market to give you validation instead of believing in your own conviction. Now, of course, guys, various altcoins here pumping to the upside as well. FTT token going absolutely insane. Casper continuing its upwards momentum. Mina as well moving here to the upside. We're starting to see a lot of altcoins pump. And in yesterday's video, I shared with you 3 altcoins which are yet to catch the pump. So definitely go watch that video from yesterday as well. In terms of, you know, the Bitcoin price action, a lot of people are kind of speaking to this notion that Bitcoin tops 36 because the ETFs are not priced in yet. This is the Bitwise CIO coming out and saying the same as well. I kind of agree. I don't think the market, I've said this a few times in the past few weeks, I don't think the market fully comprehends how big a deal this spot ETF is. And I think some of this euphoria we're seeing here from a fundamental perspective recently here is due to that. I think markets are really starting to sober up to this idea that, wait, if BlackRock, if Van Eck, if Fidelity, and all these guys get their ETFs approved, this could be a huge game changer for institutions. Because remember, the thesis of Bitcoin is not that everybody overnight believes in Bitcoin. That was never my thesis for Bitcoin getting huge growth in its market cap. What the realistic thesis is what if every millionaire wanted a bit of Bitcoin? What if every billionaire didn't even believe in Bitcoin, but just said to their wealth fund manager at BlackRock or Fidelity or wherever else, JP Morgan, and said, you know what, this Bitcoin thing is too big a thing. It's bothering me. Everybody keeps telling me to get into Bitcoin. Can you just move 2% of my net worth into Bitcoin? And what if big billionaires, deca-billionaires start to do this, right? That's when you start to see the market cap of Bitcoin really start to move. And we're already starting to see the early innings of this, right? This move is not happening because of the same money flowing into the market. If you look here at Bitcoin, ever since this level here, let's go back here. Let me show you this on the weekly chart. This will help you understand. When we fell from this level back in April, May of 2022, the level I showed you when we were at 48K, money fundamentally flew out of the crypto market, right? We were sitting here at 2 trillion, 2.1 trillion in the crypto markets, and that fled, and we came all the way down here to 3/4 of 1 trillion, so $760 billion here, and then we just moved sideways. All of this bear market, we've just been sideways. We never went here above 1.2 trillion. And now we're getting that breakout, right? We're getting that breakout, not just in the Bitcoin price, but the breakout is coming in the total market cap. More and more money now is flowing into Bitcoin and altcoins. I mean, look at Total 3 as well, gone insane. Money is not just flowing into Bitcoins, it is going into altcoins as well. Now, guys, of course, I need you guys to be careful. Please do not chase green candles. Yes, the move is extended. Yes, there's a lot of FOMO right now, but just when you least expect it, that's always when a pullback occurs. So like I said, if you're getting that FOMO, decide what you want to DCA in the market, write down some key levels that you want to add it, and wait for those red days. They will come. There'll be a couple of red days, and start splitting your purchases and DCAing. That's going to help you alleviate that FOMO and stop you buying on these 3% days. The bull market is here, guys, and I told you it will not be easy. It's going to mess with your psychology, but I'll be here to guide you guys through it. Make sure you're on our Telegram, ijaz.uk/TG. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.